Hi everybody, Doug Billings here with you. Today I'm going to take a moment away from the napkin notes and give you a video on 7 quick ways that you can, as leaders, begin to improve your KPIs, your metrics, and your EBITA within your organization. And you can do this within only 1 quarter's time. So it's almost Christmas time, it's almost the beginning of a new year and a new quarter. So it's a good time, I think, to reflect upon the 7 steps it takes to improve these things. So if you want to see your KPIs and your metrics and your EBITA increase within your organization, the first rule, the first point that I'd like to mention to you is that you should not talk about them with your employees. Do not talk about KPIs, metrics, or EBITA. Why? Because they don't care. They don't care about those numbers. They see PowerPoint presentations of those things and they glaze over. They don't care about KPIs, metrics, and EBITA because they don't know you. You haven't taken the time to conduct step number 2, and that's build relationships with them. The second step means that we build relationships with our people from the ground floor up. We walk the floor. We get to know them. We engage in conversation. We understand what issues are going on, not only with them at work, but at home with their families. I'd want to know as a leader if I have an employee who has a spouse suffering from cancer, for example, and I want to write a handwritten note to that employee's spouse supporting him or her. And I want to write a note to the employee to support them as well and to let them know we've got them, their backs at work, to take as much time as they need to take care of their spouse. You know what I mean? That's building relationship. You're talking about anything other than work when you build relationships. You'll notice that when you do that, voluntary turnover, one of your KPIs and metrics, will go down because people are less likely to leave your organization if they know you and if they feel that they can trust you. So build relationship. Step number 3, don't issue orders. Inspire people to take action. Work the line, walk the floor, roll up your sleeves. Don't sit in your ivory tower in the C-suite and dictate orders to the minions. Every episode of Undercover Boss makes my eyes water because it's incredible what the bosses learn about their employees when they're in the mix with them. So don't issue orders. Inspire the employees to take action and become a friend to them. The old school model that says I can't be a friend to my employees was never a good leadership model, so throw that one away. Rip that out of the playbook. Number 4, be collaborative and demonstrate a sense of empathy. I always like to use the example of bereavement leave. Most companies have a policy that allows for about 3 days of bereavement leave. And when I see that, when I'm talking with and working with companies, I go, that's bullshit. 3 days? Are you kidding me? Give them 5 at least. 3 days to mourn the loss of a loved one isn't enough, and it's not enough. It doesn't demonstrate a deep enough sense of empathy with our employees. You can do it. You can afford it. Make it happen. 5 days of bereavement leave. Begin to demonstrate empathy, not just with bereavement, but in all the policies that you have in your company. Number 5, don't default to the negative. Default always to the positive. There's always a positive side. See everything as a gift. If you see everything as a gift, a sense of gratitude will begin to develop within you, and you'll be able to more easily discover wonder, joy, and meaning in this life and at work. Help your employees to understand that a bad day is a gift, and that a sense of gratitude can open the door to not only a wider array of blessing, but you really sense wonder, joy, and meaning in your work and in your personal life. Number 6, stop ending careers and begin to save them. The perfect example of this is a manager or a leader who engages the progressive discipline policy, and at step 3 they go, yes, finally I'm at step 3, because at step 4 I can fire him. Now that leader's a jackass, and I got into HR to help leaders stop being a jackass. The progressive discipline policy is not intended to end careers, it's intended to save careers. Coach and mentor, go to the extra length, go above and beyond the call of duty. I don't care if there's 4 or 5 steps in a progressive discipline policy. Give me a break. Give them 10 or 12, whatever it takes to make them successful, make them successful. And maybe they're not even rightly placed. And you're the manager, you're the person that placed them there. So whose fault is that? Understand that you need to begin to save careers. Stop ending them. Number 7 of the 7 steps to begin to build a world-class organization. Know your employees' individual definitions of success for their career and for their personal life. You should know what your own employee's specific and individual definition of success is for her or his career, and you should help them get there. And yes, it's entirely appropriate for you to know what their personal goals and definitions of success are, and it's equally appropriate for you to help them achieve those as well. That's what being a leader does. That's what being a friend does. A friend tells the truth, gives guidance, gives suggestions and advice, lets the friend know when they're screwing up, and they help their friends become the best version of themselves. So those are the 7 tips and techniques that I think that if you use, you'll begin to see an increase in your treasured KPIs and your metrics and your EBITA. You'll build a world-class organization, your employee engagement scores will go through the roof, and you can do this, trust me, within 1 quarter's time. Hope you liked the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, like it, share it. God bless you all. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy New Year. Believe it.